I'd like to avoid going down on the first day of our general quarantine, but it's a necessity because I ran out of internet, and also the lads have problem with the trowels because it's all broken handles. So I just need to get half a dozen sets for my next job of the 9 bungalows. Then we will be sorted. Then we don't have to spend hours fixing it. And also I gotta have to look at windows in Cebu Home and Builders to see what they have there. Then it will be sorted. We are still on number coding, and you can't have any gatherings because right now June, there's a lot of fiesta here in the Philippines. May and June, like every day there's a fiesta, but you're not allowed to hold your fiesta. You're not allowed to have mass. You're not allowed to have any gatherings. Even the jeepneys are prohibited to have full pack of people. But I don't know, you know what they're like. As long as they can get away with it, they will get away with it. But it's still in general quarantine. The best one is we could cross borders, so I could visit the shops if they're open that I've been through as shown in my videos. Then I have to look at the windows that I have there on the budget bungalow. Then I could close and finish there, close the windows. That's the last thing that I'm gonna have to do. We have one more door to make in the kitchen, but that won't take that long. But I'm hoping that if I could done and finish this week, I'll be much happier. But right now we will be working on the road, so we will be just near the vicinity, but we're not gonna be working inside the bungalow anymore. If there's any repairs, Janelle can just go pop in and just repair whatever is the problem, but not spend like a day there. So we're now getting there, and as you can see this morning that the render is almost there, so I won't be able to come back when they finish for the day because I have been running late. I got a lot of things to do, so I didn't realize it's already almost 4 o'clock. But I will just quickly go down so they'll have travels for tomorrow. So I think you're familiar with all the drive that I go through every day, as I have featured it a while ago. So they have, that's how they fetch water in this area here. We are on our deep well, and I have the, in my land is the dry riverbed, where the best ones is the one on the top hill because they are just naturally flowing. We're not even using water pump. But in my case, I got that across and it's got water there. But if it dries up, my river beside my property is where the aqua pressure is. So I'm using water pump because I want to fill up all my big barrels faster. I mean, because the natural flow is just like trickles, it's not so fast. So I just want to do it faster because it doesn't cost much to have a faster one, and then it's done like in an hour. Then fill up all the tanks, because the tanks are actually replenishing it like before it goes even in the half level. We just pump the water, and most of the people of the village is getting water from my river. Well, all we have to do is just make a hole. But eventually, when I got my 9 bungalows, I'm planning to put up a proper deep well system, dig on the ground, not just like what you see in the provinces that they got dig their own, but I mean the proper drilling where they go through the aqua pressure, because manual digging cannot reach that level, but the actual drilling with a machine, they can reach it, because I have it tested before, and there is an aqua pressure there. So that's what my plan when I got my 9 bungalows. So water supply will be constant, because with those deep well that you see that manually been dug, put a hollow block on it, and then they pitch it with the water. What I need to do is the proper well with the pipes, metal pipes, stainless steel pipes, going down so deep that they reach that aqua pressure level, and it will be pumped up to the, using electric if I have to pump up to the big storage gallons. Then my project will have a constant supply of water. Although right now we don't even have problems with water with all the primitive ways that we do it. Most of the people just make a hole on my river and then they put a hose, and some do it in other people's river as well, not just mine. But mine is the one that got a lot of water and it don't dry up even if it's drought. The one beside my party area, that's the whole thing there, is the dry riverbed. I gotta slow down because it seems to be there's a lot of standby motorbike. I'll just turn it off and I'll go back when I feel better, when I feel it's safe. It's okay now. So I'm on my way to AS Fortuna, which is now part of Mandaue City, but I'm still here in Talamban. I'm going now to the crossing of Kabangkalan, but I will go straight towards Banilad, Talamban, because I'm gonna go underneath the overpass so I could go to AS Fortuna, Mandaue. I've noticed that in Grand Mall, the people are still queuing up with 1 meter distance apart. All the mask is required. You can't go in without the mask because we are still in quarantine. And also our school system here, the president has declared that the school will be suspended until a vaccine will be found, because the Department of Education here in the Philippines have declared that the school will start in August 24, but the president uses his power that declaring it that it cannot go through because he wants everyone's safety. He wants there will be a vaccine before any schools will be allowed to resume. So the children this year are all like, if no vaccine be found or made within the year, then the whole year they won't be having any schools and they'll be staying home. Now the best thing about the general quarantine is we can cross borders, despite that we have to still observe social distance. When you go in, you gotta get checked temperature wise, but at least there's no restriction that you're only confined to your area, like Cebu City, Mandaue City, because most of the items that I need for building and the items that you need cheaper price for building are in Mandaue City, because there are all the warehouses in there. So I am now here in Banilad Road. You can see people are going out still in their masks. And what is this? This is traffic now. I wonder what's the cause. It is traffic. I'll just turn off. Just go back when I pass through this traffic. What's the cause of this? the cause of the traffic is the inspection of motorbike registration, but they're not so strict with vehicles. So you can see that we are hindered by this motorbike checking. It's both sides of the road. There's checking for registration because it's the first day of GCQ. They're expecting a lot of those motorbikes that unregistered for several months. But if you're just only this year, within the last few months, January to May, I think they excuse you. But if it's been over 6 months, because like the February, Junel's motorbike was exempted until the end of June because of the ECQ. So I think that's what they're checking. It's like beyond like 2019 and still unregistered. But looking at this is the cause of the traffic, is the checking of those motorbike registration. But it's okay now that I passed through that one. But I think I'll have a problem if this continue until the time that I go back. But I'll just check here. I'm going this side of the road. So this is the trouble if we have like any accident on this road, because it's only 2-lane traffic. In any small accident, traffic in, like if you get an inspection, look at the queue on that one on the overpass. I think it's already reached in almost to Ayala Road. So I'm going through underneath the overpass I mean, going to the left. This is Mandaue City, and see if I could go to Cebu Home Builders. I see a queue up there. So are we gonna be queuing? So let's see how this works. So they're gonna be checking the vehicles. So I'll turn it on when I reach. It seems to be, oh, it's going on, so I won't have to turn it on, then turn it off I mean. So I'm now gonna find out what's the cause of all this hindrance, because it's now open to borders. What is this?
Pwede ka mo tanaw sa imong certification, ma'am?
Oh, di ato tako sa home, di pa pwede.
Kana, ma'am, intended for Cebu City ra na siya, ma'am.
Oh, di pa pwede mo cross borders.
Dili pwede.
Ah, okay, sige.
Ma'am, U-turn lang ta ha.
I'm told that the borders are still not open for Mandaue City and Cebu City. I need to U-turn because I am not allowed to go in here. They have imposed the border control still. But anyway, I'll U-turn in Cebu Home Builders, which is there, and I'll just check while I'm here. Okay, I'll maneuver the car to go in. So this is the only trowels that they have available, the 9-inch, which is at 80 pesos. And they got one 7-inch here at 70 pesos. And they get these small ones, the 5-inch ones, at 58 pesos each. Let's get a couple of this one, a couple of the 9-inch, and then we only have one. What lagi? Palihog ta dong bi. Because I like to have the 7-inch ones. So I'm here in Cebu Home Builders. Although I'm told by that military guy that it's still not open to borders. You need to have a certification. I need to turn around. So I turn around where Cebu Home Builders is. So I can get what I have to get here before I turn around back to Cebu City. So I have to sort out where do we get the certification. This is getting stupid if we still can get to Mandaue. We need certification. I have to get some other stuff. Okay, I have to check the doors. I mean the windows. Gotta go here. These are all the matte wood ones. So these are kitchen windows, kitchen cabinets. They're closing at 5 o'clock here, so they are now announcing that they're gonna be closing soon. So I will just come back here later on and just do the same drama that I'll be, I don't know. I'll just turn over around in Cebu Home Builders, then I could get the stuff that I wanted here. So not much to see here because they are almost closing. I arrive at 4 o'clock. I still get stopped by the thing, but I have shown you some of the door prices. They haven't changed. They haven't, not even the tiles still the same, and nothing much here that's changed. But I will do another pricing video when everything starts to normal. So it was so annoying to know that even though Cebu City is now on GCQ, Mandaue Mayor don't still allow Cebu City without a certification that you're working for such company to go inside Mandaue City, which is really annoying because I was hoping to get my windows now, and I'm just testing today, and I was told to turn around. So since I could already see Cebu Home Builders from a distance, so I said I'll turn around on Home Builders, so I just get in. But it is really annoying that the borders are still not open. Then we still can't go cross borders. So what they mean about the GCQ is just us here. There's nothing changed. It's the same. Yeah, you stay in Cebu City, but this is really ridiculous now. I thought it's already open. And so I'm going back now to, I'm already past 5 o'clock, so I cannot check what they have done for the day, but I'll go there early in the morning to see what they've done and to update on you what's our progress. But I'm hoping that, like I said, will be done this week. So I was advised in Cebu Home Builders from the people that I know there that I could get those French windows, they call it the wooden French windows, in budget builders, because they don't carry those anymore because they have no more space. Their most popular one are the wooden kitchen covers. So I'm gonna have to search now where is the budget builders around Cebu City area. Otherwise, if it's crossing borders like Talisay or Cebu City, it should be in Cebu City because Talisay as well is was told by the Grab food driver they're not allowing Cebu City to go in as well. So there is no change. It's still almost like ECQ. So where's the GCQ now? We still got the coding. We still have to queue, and it's just the same. Nothing changed. So I'm following the garbage collection truck. So I could see some of the restaurants. That's the grid, like different little restaurant. But I think it's mostly takeouts. But it's not much of a difference. Still the same. Disappointing. So most establishments still close at 5 o'clock. So you can see it's all closed. It's just 5:30 now. So it's just no difference if we can still cross borders and it all still closed at 5 o'clock. No difference than it was in ACQ. Then you got the food chicken vendors still selling, but most of the vendors in the market, because if you look at on the right side, that's the Talamban market, it's already closed. 5:30 or 5:45 now. So it's no difference than ECQ. So we won't be expecting much more now that I went out due to necessity. My load is the most important one, so I could upload some videos, because as of the moment my smart is prepaid. My Globe connection, I got two wireless Wi-Fi's, Globe and Smart, so I could take turns in using them. But the Smart, it's still on prepaid, so I prepaid ahead. But I just do it by month. But where was my Globe, it's my Globe connection is monthly postpaid. But hopefully when that tower that they just newly built across and my castle on the other hill will be functioning, we will have better connection, much better, if the fiber, which is now on the bottom of the hill, will go and reach us up there. Then it will be no problem anymore with internet. As of the moment, we have, because of so many people home, we have, my internet connection is sometimes good, sometimes bad, but usually it's no problem with the signal when everything was normal. But right now kids are all at home, no schools, and most people are at home. That's why you need to catch the signal, a good signal. So that's one of the important things I have to get done. Then get their trowels for the rendering. I bought a few. I'll put it in stock, because now that I know that I cannot cross the border still, at least I got it. Then buying the ones in our local hardware are not the same quality, because I bought those that they're using that they said that the handles come off. But we're still gonna be saving those, but we have to fix it up, the handle wise, and put it like a machete, put it on a hardwood, and if we have to weld it, we will weld it. I got two welding machines. But it's really disappointing. But you know, I'm just sharing it to you, my viewers. What's our situation here is now 6 o'clock in the evening, and most people, like even the small cafeterias, are closed. And that's why accident happened, trying to show off, overtake when the other side's almost there. But I always drive defensively, or I make sure that I'm safe. This is the street lights not even on. It's getting darker and darker. It's getting darker now. So there's no difference, and I think we still have to continue my project. My next one to build is the road. Now if we had the road, we can then just pass through there easily to build the prototype of my budget bungalow for rent. Not budget bungalow, bungalows for rent for foreigners. And I will make the first model, the prototype, like I said. And it won't take us long to clear out the road. It's only a few diggings. Then we put some gravel that will be done by Old Lito as it keeps on when we have the digging done. And then we can clear out the area that we can make the prototype of the budget bungalow. It's amazing, the camera is catching the view still when it's really dark here to look at from the inside the car. That's why I got my lights on. But you can see that most of the cars still don't have their lights on, except for the motorbikes, of course. Even daylight, their lights are on, because that's how the models now are being designed, that the lights turns on. But you can see the old models, they don't have their lights on. Just have to turn this off. Got a hole in this one here.